Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pikmin! In the last episode, we returned here to the distant planet and landed in the Valley of Repose, which is this snowscape landscape here. Now we can't go anywhere else, unlike in our original Pikmin game, where once we got the engine we were able to travel to a new area. This time, we actually can't do that. We need to come up with something new. Which brings us here. Back to the Valley of Repose.
Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Standing beneath the onion and press A to call them out.
Rude. Well, let's get to it. We're gonna start by pulling out all 20 of our Pikmin pals. We're gonna get started by collecting pellet posies. Except those two definitely did the thing that I did not want them to do. One, two, three, four. 2, 3, 4. First, we're gonna really stack our numbers up by collecting pellet posies. And we're gonna also backtrack over here where the red onion was yesterday, because there are some pellets up here. And I don't think there's any down below. No. Okay. So now we've got the pellets all stacked together. We have 2 Pikmin left in our company. And we have a day to kind of get somewhere new. Now, with Louie, let's take our Pikmin. There's nothing up there yet. I don't see any other pellets except for this one that I see. I do want to try to get us flowers just because of what we're up against. So, as we wait, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're gonna take Louie, and he's going to throw Pikmin onto this bag. We're at 15 now. Let's grab all of these ones. We got up to 20. And now we're just gonna kind of wait. I'm a little nervous of switching out because I think... Does Louie auto pluck? Okay, no. Auto plucking did not occur until Pikmin 3, I think. Which is kind of good. So we actually have a timeline today. Which is a bit why I want the flowers, because the flowers are going to make a huge difference. At the very least, I want bulbs. Come on. Let's go over the abilities of the Red Pikmin. Red Pikmin do a damage output of 1.5 times attack. They are the stronger Pikmin in the group. They are also resistant to fire, so they are able to walk through fire geysers and attack fiery blowhogs, much like the first game. Now, unlike Pikmin, Pikmin 2 does change the dynamics of the colors, where yellow was the most, I'm going to be blunt, useless color in the first game. In a sense, red has actually taken on the role of being the most useless color in the second game. And that is because of the variety we have in our Pikmin. That's not the one you were looking at, Louis. Ugh. Okay, you know what? Pluck. So, because of the variety of Pikmin we have in this game, and also changes made to Pikmin abilities, Red has been demoted to the least impressive Pikmin. Now, does that mean that we aren't going to get a lot of Red Pikmin? Absolutely not. We are still going to go above and beyond the number of Pikmin we need in order to clear this game. If we're able to land a perfect hit on a Dwarf Bulborb, we are able to instantly defeat it. Now, in the first game, butt rushes, which is this technique, was the better move. In this game, throwing is actually better. You want to throw the Pikmin on the red Bulborbs. 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this... Ooh, I definitely don't have enough Pikmin for this. Okay. We're gonna leave Louis. We're halfway through the day. 6. Is this gonna be enough? I don't think it will. And it's not. Darn it. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna bring Louis back. Dismiss. A... We're gonna get Louis on the gate. This is... As I should note, this is actually probably the first game where it starts trying to get players to build on Dandori skills and Dandori abilities from Pikmin 4. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact that we have 2 captains in order to work cooperatively with things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of these Pikmin, get this treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll get 40 there, and then we'll throw the rest here. And we'll take Olimar back up here. It is going to be a close call, I think. Not as close as I thought it would be. We have 70 red Pikmin going into the new mechanic introduced here in Pikmin. Oh, at Pikmin 2. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When masked, their might is ferocious. Louis, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Excuse me? Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them. Call them into a group with B. Press X to disband the group. To give orders, hold L while moving the right stick. And it's handy to give orders to a group. You can review these directions anytime by pressing minus. Rude. You don't deserve this treasure now. Oh, crushed can. Utter scrap. I don't know why you said it's worth 170 Pokos if it's utter scrap. Anyways, we have managed to get our second treasure. And now, let us introduce the game's core mechanic. And part of why I'm going to struggle a little bit with the layout of these episodes. Right over here, we have a cave.
Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. I will return any Pikmin outside of that group to the onion. Approach the hole and press A to jump in.
These are caves. They first appeared here in Pikmin 2. Actually, it first appeared in Pikmin 1 as the Forest Navel, but that served as a full area map. In this game, caves are self-generating, repopulating labyrinths to a point. Some are built with exact layouts like the Emergence cave. Others are randomly generated maps.
Intriguing. My heat sensor indicates that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press plus to communicate with me. I am not just a ship. I am an all-purpose support pod.
So basically what he means is, when you're underground, you can open a map. The map does give you some details, such as locations of the next floor, but it also does not fill in everything in the map. You do have to fill the map in. Now, we've got some snowy bulb orbs. These are new, and I want to collect these items first. I do want to point out that we do not have onions underground. We cannot repopulate our fallen Pikmin. What we can do with the Pikmin, or the monsters, is still collect them. Okay, we got ourselves an orange. Or a citrus lump. Now. The quenching emblem. This is another changed item. Before it was a 7-Up bottle cap in the North American version. That has been changed to spicy ginger ale. It is again a generic brand. I'm very sad, actually. Now, I'm sure you heard that pew sound. It is a very obvious sound effect. Now, I do want to point this out.
How can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much.
Monsters can be harvested for extra Pokos. A small amount of Pokos, in this case a snowy dwarf Bulborb, is worth 2 Pokos. But every Pokos matters when it comes to death collection. We heard that sound effect, that pew. I'm gonna get right back to that comment here in 2 seconds.
This hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, you do recall that you can adjust the camera with ZL and up, down, left, right on the right stick, yes? Your expression suggests you do. Excellent. Don't worry, all your Pikmin will follow you. Approach the hole and press A to enter it.
That sound effect indicates that you found all the viable treasure in the floor. Now, I think that's a sound effect that was programmed in because of a special treasure we can find. But it wasn't programmed in to start once you get that treasure. It's just always inside of the caves. So be aware of that. We have some more snowy dwarf Bulborbs. I call them ball bears, even though they're not ball bears. 1, 2, 3. We have an amazing treasure.
It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it.
And in fact, our little robot is correct. We need 101 Pikmin to lift this, which is an impossible number, considering that we can only have 100 Pikmin out on the field at a time. So for now, let's keep going deeper into the cave, see what we can find. And of course, what we find at the bottom of the cave are candy pop buds. We encountered these at the end of Pikmin in colors of yellow and blue, but these don't look yellow or blue.
Astonishing! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly, it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower.
And now this is where having leaf Pikmin comes into play. We want to toss all of our leaf Pikmin in. You can only throw in 5 Pikmin per flower, which gets us this magnificent number. These are glowing purple, which is a color we didn't see in the original Pikmin game. How odd. For now, we're gonna hold off until these bloom flowers. Okay, let's pluck one of these. These are purple Pikmin. As you can tell, they actually grow purple flowers as well to help distinct them differently from Pikmin 1 Pikmin.
Amazing! A purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new species. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others.
So now we're going to pluck all of our purple Pikmin. And the reason why we get them flowered is because of the fact that they are slow. Flowered purple Pikmin are as fast as bulb red Pikmin. So keep that in mind. Now that we have some purple Pikmin, when we throw them, they land with a thud. We'll go over what that means mechanically. In a bit. And they lift 10 times the amount of... One purple Pikmin lifts at the value of 10 Pikmin. They are 10 times stronger than red Pikmin. And that is important, especially when it comes down to combat abilities. They are physically stronger than red Pikmin as well. Now that we've got that, when a treasure glows the way Spherical Atlas is glowing, it means that it is a treasure that is more than just an item to be salvaged. It has purpose. The Spherical Atlas is worth 200 Pokos.
There is a device resembling a microchip embedded inside this sphere, retrieving data. Error. I can only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press plus to contact me and go to the exploration kit on the radar screen. By pressing left on the D-pad. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow.
So what this means, as we hear the no more treasure on this floor sound, we can go to items. We have 12 items that we can collect. And based on their wireframe design, we can kind of guess what they'll do. We have 2 kinds of whistles, a light bulb, 3 suits, boots, a glove, some sort of scanner, a second globe, and what looks like a backpack or a sleeping bag. We can go one more to the menu, which allows us to give up and escape, but we give up our treasures, or to continue. And then we have, of course, the radar. Now, one thing I want to note, and it was mentioned on the previous floor, is that Pikmin will always join you. In this case, we are going back down with Olimar to the geyser over here. We're gonna get some new info.
Astounding! Water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try.
So it looks up and it shows us an exit. Geysers take us out of caves. This gives us all the treasures we collected and all the Pikmin we collect. That is an important distinction. All the Pikmin will join us, regardless of where they stand in the cave. We've completed the Emergence cave. It had 3 treasures. We get a little flag, and the spherical atlas, citrus lump, and quenching emblem were our treasures. Now, I'm gonna lift the screen up from the bottom right now to show you that I'm going to be keeping track of treasure and treasure amount based on Pokos based on treasures. The reason why I'm doing this distinction is because as we go through caves, we're going to be collecting a lot of bodies, which will skew our value. And I actually don't know off the top of my head what the final value of salvaged treasure is. So that's what I want to calculate this time around on my own so that I'm engaged in my editing process, how much the treasures are worth. So right now we're actually going to be at calculating below that amount of Pokos, not 502. So we're going back to the Valley of Repose, and you might think, oh, there's still more day. In other areas, yes, but this is still the tutorial. The game had to teach us this.
You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress.
But this also means that the day is over.
Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Haste makes waste, So take it slow and steady.
So what this means is that we have not 30 days to find 10,000 Pokos worth of treasure. We have an infinite amount of days. I've never exceeded 99 days, but I'm curious what would happen. Oh, Louis is sticking out of his cockpit. Oh dear. I wonder if that's the Switch version though. Okay. Now, you did see the purple Pikmin go into the ship. They do not go into the onion. Ah, the era of terribleness. So we got quite a bit of treasure, and now we have 10 purple Pikmin and 60 red Pikmin. By the end of the game, I need to get 100 purple Pikmin. That I must do. Mail. Baby steps first, Olimar. Prepare well. You don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hokotate Savings and Loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess. So ha! So we're gonna save. And as we come back out to the map, our map zooms out and brings us to the Awakening Wood. Now, we did finish a day, so to end this episode, let's go check out our treasures. This fruit was dug up from the floor of an icy cavern. It appears the fruit's thick skin protected it from the frigid cold. It's quite remarkable. The shape of the fruit eerily resembles the president's head. P.S. The Labyrinthian underground entrails of the planet are like a completely different world. This area we recently touched down is blanketed with a fresh layer of frozen precipitation. As tranquil and relaxing as it is, I named it the Valley of Repose. Using Pikmin to move obstacles, I was able to open up some new areas to explore. To exploration, where I found this hunk of metal. I often brag about my inexhaustible supply of self-control, but when I peer at this treasure, I can't help but want to take a drink. The purple Pikmin were somehow able to carry this massive treasure today. We managed their physical strength using the ship's onboard beefometer. It seems that they have 10 times the weight and physical power of any other Pikmin. When I throw them, they land with a resounding thud. I've decided to commemorate the cave I first encountered them in by naming it the Emergence Cave. This is why I love Olimar's journal, because you get lore about the planet. Lore that I've never paid attention to when I was a kid. Red Bulborb, Oculus, Kajayami, Russus, grub dog family. This large organism has the familiar mandibles and cranial morphology of the grub dog family, as well as the characteristic bulging eyes. As with most grub dogs, the creature's cranium comprises half of its total length in girth. Showing a scarlet abdomen with white spots, this creature is primarily nocturnal, choosing to prey upon smaller creatures, returning to their nests. Originally classified as the spotty bulborb, further research has reclassified this species as the red bulborb. Subspecies of varied colors have recently been discovered, but academics are divided into two rival camps over how to handle their classification. That's actually really interesting, because we do see in later Pikmin, the red bulborb just gets reclassified as bulborb. Snow bulborb. Pancerus pseudoculi frosticus, breadbug family. Like the dwarf red bulborb, the snow bulborb is a member of the breadbug family that seeks to survive through imitating the appearance and behavior of a bulborb. Its pale coloration and blue spots make for easy identification. In particular, this organism mimics the hairy bulborb, but it is of course unable to grow the hair that gives the hairy bulborb its name. However, as the hairy bulborb has been known to lose its hair in certain circumstances, the snow bulborb is an effective mimic that is often mistaken for members of the same species. That's very interesting. I don't read these notes, so I never knew that. Violet candy pop bud, Flora paniceus, candy pop family. Research from our most recent expedition has confirmed the presence of candy pop buds in the subterranean regions. Considering the microecologies this plant has been found in, one could surmise that it could be found in any cavern, regardless of geographic region. Tossing Pikmin into this flower results in the release of purple Pikmin. Purple Pikmin seeds, regardless of the color of the Pikmin tossed in. This variety of candy pop contains robustly odoriferous oils. If candy pop flowers could be cultivated, there is no doubt that the plant would offer multifaceted benefits to the cosmetic, medical, and tourist industries. Interesting. And then we have clovers. Clover, Quatrius infectum, clover family. This is a naturalized species. These plants are extremely persistent, and with the assistance of a symbiotic fungus that grows on their roots, the species are able to survive even in drought conditions. Typically, its leaves come in groupings of 3, but intense impact on the leaf stem early in the development cycle can result in an extremely rare 4-leaf cluster. That's actually really cool. With that, guys, we are at the end of day 2. Tomorrow, we are going to start our expedition into the Awakening Wood, where the timetable is going to be a bit different. I might end up cutting the episode short as we go through caves. I might end up just doing a whole day 3 on the surface. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing yet. If I'm trying to do this in the lowest amount of days possible, my goal would be to try to get to 2 caves by the end of day 3. So hopefully we can do that. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Mash the like button and subscribe if you have not for more Pikmin 2 content. We'll see you all next time. Derez Plays, out.